Good morning. I've just been around the car, spent about an hour with my panel wipe and a microfiber, and I've made sure every panel's clean, ready to start the coatings. And as you know, I'm going to start off with the Mohs, and then I'm going to have 2 coats of the Mohs and then 2 coats of skin. I'm going to try and get both coats of Mohs on today, and then tomorrow I'll start applying the skin. I've got a bunch of microfibers ready, applicator block, but it does come, the kit comes with a couple of applicators, but really you can only use the applicator once because it starts crystallizing in there and then you'll scratch the paint. So I tend to use the blocks, the pipette and the suede Geon applicator pads. So the glass is all done, as you know, and it's all ready, so I'm going to stop rabbiting and start the application, and I'll show you a bit of it later. I'm going to get the roof done first, and it's awkward to get a camera up there, so I'll show you some later. Right, I just thought I'd show you coating this lower door panel. Just load the applicator up. You've all seen it before. It's not rocket science. Right, we're just looking for the separation now. As the carrier fluid evaporates, starts to shrink and comes up in little bubbles, which you probably can't see on the camera. But basically, starts separating. When I see that the whole panel started to separate, then I'll wipe off. Goes off quite quick, this Geon. But we've still got plenty of time. You know, it isn't you know, going off as quick. Now it's a bit cooler. When I was applying it in 40 degrees, it was going off as I was touching the panel. But now it isn't so bad. So I'm just going to spread it about and remove the residue. I'm not trying to wipe everything off, you know, there's no real pressure on the cloth. And then get my second cloth, make sure that where we've gone down by the sides of the panels there's no residue on them. Just have a look, make sure there's no eye spots, which you can normally tell because you end up with a dark spot. But you can normally feel it on the cloth as well, because we're not pushing a load of pressure on. you feel it grab. Right, I'm going to carry on to the top of the door, the sill, and then the front wing, and that's how it's done. Like I say, it's not rocket science. As long as you use your loaf, it's quite safe to use. But the paint must be squeaky clean before you apply it, because the ceramic grabs into the pores of the paint, and that's how the chemical reaction bonds it in the pores. Right then, I'll see you a little bit later. Thanks for watching. Right, today I've been coating the calipers on the car with ceramics, and I have to show you this, they're massive. The size of them brake calipers, there must be a two-man job to fit them. Right, now 2 of the wheels have just come back from being freshly powder coated, get rid of a bit of curb rash, and I'm going to ceramic coat them, but because of the handling you can see there's fingerprints around the wheel. So I'm going to clean all these down now with panel wipe and ceramic coat them. Now you've seen them being ceramic coated before, and it's not rocket science, it's just apply the ceramics to the barrels and then the outside of the wheel. So I'm going to clean these off with panel wipe, dry it all off, get all the residue off it, because the ceramics won't stick to the oil, and get them ready to go back on the car. Soon as I've done these 2 wheels, I'll be putting the 3rd coat, which is the skin, on the car. So that's today's jobs, and then Monday morning receive the last coat, and by the time it's cured then it'll be ready for collection. So we'll have a walk round later when it's all done. So I'll see you a bit later. I'm going to crack on, get these wheels done, get another coat on this before I go home. So I'll see you later. I decided to use the Mohs, what was left of it, to coat the wheels. I didn't see any reason why I couldn't use it on the wheels, and as you can see it's added a nice bit of gloss. I've got no doubt about the protection, it's a good product, but it's added some nice gloss to it. Right, I'm going to turn the wheel round and start on the outside. Nice. Good morning. I've come in this morning to just finish off the RS6 and get it ready for collection tomorrow. I've ceramic coated all the wheels and refitted them. One of the refurb wheels I found the tyre valve was leaking and the tyre was flat, so I've nipped up the valve, which really is a tyre pressure monitor valve. I've tightened it up and hopefully that stopped the leak. If not, I'll have to go back to whoever refurbed it to have the tyre refitted. But I've torqued all the wheel nuts up and gone to fit the new wheel nuts that the owner supplied, and basically they've got the part numbers the wrong way around, and they've sent 16 of the locking nut covers and only 4 of the wheel nut covers. So rather than let the job go out looking unfinished, these are the nuts that I've taken off. Now you can see the wheel acid that somebody's been applying, I suppose the roadside car washes, has acid etched all the wheel nut covers. So rather than let the job go out with no wheel covers on, I've decided I'm going to work on them and make them look presentable. They're not perfect, but basically I've got a 1000 grit Merca pad, and I'm flattening down, get the acid etch out of it, because just polishing them ain't getting it out. So I'm having to flat the staining out, and then I've got a rotary on the bench using Menzerner 2000 and polishing them up, getting them looking respectable so that I can finish the job off. Just goes to show you never know what's going to happen. You know, I thought I'd be finished this now and really ready to do the final videos, but I'm spending like an hour tidying these up now. So you never know what you're going to get. I could leave them off and get the owner to swap them, but I don't like it to, you know, go out of here looking unfinished. You know, I've spent a lot of time on it making it look good, so an extra hour on this ain't gonna make any difference, and it'll look respectable, and he hasn't got to rush back to get these swapped. So I'm going to carry on, get the rest of them done, and I can button it up and do the final video. I hope you've enjoyed watching the series, and those of you that has been watching, I'm, you know, so grateful for you all watching. When I started doing these videos, I didn't think anybody would watch them. So, you know, it means a lot to me that you watch them. I get some great comments, you know, encouraging comments. And I just need you all to hit the subscribe button while you not thinking about it. Doesn't cost anything, but it helps us out, you know, with the algorithm and whatnot, to try and get more views. So give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and make us happy. So I'm going to get on with these now, and then I'll do the final video, which you'll see in this video. So thank you very much. See you soon.